Salut tout le monde. Alors on va se retrouver pour la suite de Follett, les piliers de la Terre, dans le chapitre 5, 6 et 7, et normalement la fin du livre 1. Alors j'attends que mon chat soit accessible, puis on va commencer. Petit souci de retour Windows. Alors là, pour ceux qui prennent le train en marche, une guerre se prépare et on a un certain nombre de villageois, de paysans qui ont trouvé refuge chez nous. Et donc il va falloir gérer les blessés. Salut Mr. Ram, on vient de commencer. On va leur donner un petit peu de pain. Seul, je n'ai plus que 3. Enfants sans parents.
The children are all alone. None of them trained.
Un petit bout de pain pour les enfants.
Take some food. Please, take it. You have to eat. Here, I will put it here. Eat when you're hungry.
Ensuite, on a un groupe de réfugiés.
Earl Bartholomew was a good man. How they humiliated him in front of his children. It was not right.
He will come to help us.
No, woman, they will hang him.
But why?
Femmes et enfants affamés. Oups!
How do we deserve this? Why has God forsaken us?
He has not
Il ne reste plus
forsaken
qu'une
you.
miche de
But
pain.
our children are sick. Our husbands were killed.
Dernier pour eux.
Take some bread for your children.
This is not enough. He has more bread. I saw it.
Oh, les
Please, our
garces.
children are starving. Give us bread for our children.
Please, give some to those
Give
people
it
over
to
there.
us. We have Why did this happen? What did we do? Our children will die in this
Salut
cold.
A7.
Please, let us stay. We can work.
T'arrives en pleine crise du pain. Tout le monde veut mon pain. Alors, qu'est-ce que ça dit cette note? Note de Philippe sur les réfugiés de Kingsbridge, datée de janvier 1136. Je me suis assis avec les réfugiés qui sont venus chercher un abri dans notre prieuré. Ils ont bu, ils ont ri et ils m'ont raconté des histoires atroces. D'un point de vue politique, la capture d'Earl Castle fut une manœuvre stratégique visant à soutenir le roi Stéphane. Mais pour ces hommes, ces femmes et ces enfants, ce fut une terrible tragédie. Ils m'ont parlé de William Hamlet et de 3 autres cavaliers à la tête d'une armée de chevaliers. Ils ont piétiné ceux qui sont tombés, mis le feu à leur maison, tout en criant de hurler encore plus fort. Les villageois se sont enfuis sans rien pouvoir emporter, sans avoir nulle part où aller. Le simple fait d'entendre ces récits m'a donné des frissons dans le dos. Si nous ne nous étions pas mêlés, rien de tout cela ne se serait produit.
Philip, we are running out of room.
Have you done as I told you?
We have cleared out the houses and put up fires. All houses are occupied, and our brothers are treating the sick and injured.
There is still some room in the guest house and in the dormitory. Tomorrow we will open the cathedral. We need all the room we can get.
Prior Philip?
Yes?
I am Tom, Master Builder, and I'd like to rebuild
C'est là où
your
nos deux
northwest
histoires
tower.
God,
se
they look even
rencontrent.
worse than the others. Like they haven't eaten in days.
They
T'es
just
humain.
don't stop coming, do they?
I have worked on Salisbury Cathedral. My last employer was the Earl of Shiring himself. I know my craft. If you let your tower collapse, it may tear down parts of the nave. Hire me, and I'll make it strong again.
Réparation coûte trop cher.
Do you not see how many there are in need? They need help as much as you do.
They all followed a profession once. They all want to work.
That child? You are raising a child?
C'est son
My
fils
brother
en fait.
found Jonathan in the woods and brought him here. The poor boy would have frozen to death if it hadn't been for God's great mercy.
Jonathan.
Look, I am sorry, but all I can offer you is a place to sleep.
I'll
Et en
accept.
fait c'est son enfant pour ceux qui ont suivi le début de l'histoire.
We didn't come here to beg.
Ask God then. That wouldn't be begging, it'd be prayer.
Il l'a abandonné parce qu'il pensait qu'il pouvait pas l'élever.
You remember what I told you about the kindness of monks? Ask God. That wouldn't be begging, it would be prayer.
Oh, I will pray. I will pray for a thunderbolt to strike the church and level it to the ground.
I wonder if they refused us because of me.
Why can't Tom repair their church?
Because these monks want to hold on to their coin as long as they can.
And they can't see that it's about to collapse. If it did, I'd have worked for a lifetime. But no, they believe it can all be held together by prayer.
Do they know you?
I used to live close to here, so it is possible.
Maybe that monk will change his mind. He seemed nice.
He won't. I could see it in his eyes. He's a stubborn one.
Can I look around a bit?
Yes, but don't stroll too far. Be cautious of those monks. I told you the baby would be safe.
Alors où est-ce qu'on est nous? On est là.
Monks may be whips, but they take
On
care
commence à connaître un petit peu les lieux.
Yes? Oh, hello. I'm afraid we're out of food. Who is it? The mason's boy. I'm sorry, but I cannot help you. Come back in the morning, will you?
Salut Bugs!
Those poor souls. They can hardly sleep. At least they don't have to take care of a baby.
Fermé. La grande porte. Là il y a du boulot hein, sur cette tour.
Fall over already!
Il est marrant le gamin.
I am not
Superfug.
a ghost, little redhead, even if I am at death's door. If you go first, I will put you in the ground. It's what I
Bah
do.
ça va, il est gay lui au
I'll
moins.
make it a nice grave. You'll like it, but you must dig me one too, when my time comes. Agreed?
Si il veut.
That's good. Good. You must not be afraid to die. Death is not the end. There is more after. That's the secret. That is what all this here is about. You see?
On doit tous mourir mais le plus tard possible quand même hein. Ah tiens, il y a un petit poney. Ah, dommage, je peux rien faire avec lui. Puis on va pouvoir essayer de lui jouer avec la fronde avec. Je vérifie que là il n'y a rien. partir. On est de ce côté-ci. Fermé. Faire le moine alors.
Who are you? Ah, you're one of the refugees from Earl's Castle, aren't you?
C'est ça. On peut dire qu'on y a les bois quand même.
Did you see how they killed people? I don't think I could take it. We monks do not do things like killing.
Qu'est-ce qu'ils font eux? Ils jouent à la belote? 104.
You always see things.
So what? At least I'm no thief.
Stop it. Tell us, what did you see? He was walking around the cathedral, and then he went here, into the river. Philip said, for a self-murderer there is no salvation. Maybe you are right. Maybe it was him. But we should not fear him. We should pity him. Pray for him, brothers.
Ah, y a pas de souci, bug. Puis l'interaction possible. Et par là.
I will not change my mind on this matter.
Ça c'est le frangin du moine.
We will help them, all of them. Remigius, do you truly want to leave these people to die?
We should remove ourselves from the world, my prior. It is for God to decide, not us.
We will help
Hey, what
these
are you
people.
doing here?
We must. Remigius here is right. This is no place for children.
Now I remember her.
What is it now, Remigius?
This woman. She came with the builder.
Ah, on va sur notre mère.
Yes.
She is not a refugee.
What do you mean?
She's an outlaw. She's been here in the past. Prior James warned me about her. She is not from Earl's Castle. She's from the forest.
But her husband?
I doubt they are married.
Young man, are you not the builder's son? What's your name?
Gros moment de vérité.
Jackson.
On va continuer de transparent.
Son of Jack. Well then, you may go now.
He is not the builder's son. I knew it.
Alors, est-ce que j'ai fait une connerie?
Oh, I wish someone would just tear that cathedral down so we could start afresh.
That would require a miracle, and I really don't know a thing about them.
En fait, j'ai distribué mes 3 miches de pain et c'est tout.
Come, I'll sing you a lullaby. Actually, it's
C'est pas
Jack's
passé grand chose. D'ailleurs, les gens étaient pas contents de ce que je leur avais donné. Ils en voulaient plus.
Sang sweeter than and ever, as if the falling melody might wing and net dissever. At dusk the hunter took his prey, the lark his freedom never. All birds and men are sure to die, but songs may live forever.
On est tout seul. Est-ce qu'il y a des choses qu'on peut... Vol. Bouger. Et là. C'est la fête. Ce qui est qui descend. Peut-être plus notre Ami le hibou, la chouette. Ah oui, c'est fermé. Il va refermer derrière moi.
It won't move.
Est-ce qu'on a un escalier qui monte? La première fois qu'on découvre cette partie-là de la cathédrale.
Very, very dry.
J'ai un bol. Peut-être que je puisse en prendre un petit peu, non?
Very,
Faudrait de
very
quoi faire un
dry.
feu. On va avoir une belle vue d'ici. Non. Pas me montrer. Inscription, qu'est-ce que ça nous dit? Alors, inscription dans les comptes de la cathédrale de Kingsbridge 1136. Whitman et Filius Christianus. Ouais, c'est du latin. Aura fugi Fagda. Ouais. Pas très latin, moi. Ouais, finalement, il n'y a pas grand chose parce que je peux pas prendre les éléments du nid. Par le fait de voir que c'est un petit peu pourri et que ça peut mériter une petite réparation. On va redescendre. Ah non, moi, pas de congé pour les braves. Bouger, est-ce que je peux allumer ça? Est-ce que ça va marcher? Yes. Tac. C'est dommage qu'il n'y ait pas une interaction pour toutes les faire d'un coup. Non, là ça va pas, là ça va pas, non plus, là non plus. Soit je vais me faire engueuler, j'aurais pas dû.
Why is the bowl on the pedestal? Do people drink here?
Le bol. Ah, de toute manière, faut que je vous envoie la fin du Hitman Like avant. Est-ce que je peux passer par là? Je crois que c'est fermé. Salut The Monster, tu vas bien? Moi ça va. Ah. Ils sont partis, on finit de comploter les moines. La neige.
Like Mother's garden at home.
Non, on peut pas passer par là. Il veut pas. On n'est plus que par là. Déjà, il n'y a plus que 2 moines. Bah, ça va être ça. Ça va être la fin d'Alekin. À la suite déjà. Parce que je crois que j'étais à la mission 6 et il y en a quelque chose comme 10 ou 11, je crois.
You again. I don't have time for children. Oh, why are they taking so long? He's always hearing things. First it's Adolphus, now Prior James. What's next?
On va retourner voir nos amis. Non, 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 pas de Crash Bandicoot 4, c'est pas trop mon... C'est pas trop mon genre. Par contre, vous allez avoir le dernier Uncharted de cette semaine qui sort, je crois qu'il sort mercredi. Donc ça par contre c'est prévu au programme.
And someday, God wakes you up.
Il est toujours avec cette histoire de mort lui. Est-ce qu'on peut donner de l'eau au poney?
It would only make everything wet.
On va retourner les voir.
Mother?
Not now, Jack.
Ah bah, merci. Oh le vent qu'elle m'a foutu. Si je leur donne de l'eau. Est-ce qu'il veut pas?
It would only make everything wet.
I know. But you have to be careful. They must never know.
Ah oui, je suis pas sorti. Non, je peux pas.
Tom?
On va retourner les voir, parce que je pense avoir fait le tour. Ouais, en fait c'est un espèce de spin-off en parallèle du 4 en fait avec... Alors moi j'ai pris Uncharted un petit peu en cours, donc mais apparemment c'est avec des personnages qui ont déjà dû être dans le 4 ou dans le 3 d'après ce que j'ai compris. Mais bon, je pense que pour ceux qui ont aimé le 4, ça va être un très bon... C'est on va dire un gros DLC qui reprend les meilleurs principes du jeu d'origine. Ah, ils veulent plus me... On va rechecker tout, hein. Casse-pied quand t'avais ça. Ah, j'ai pas été dans le... Là où il y avait le chef.
Dead is not as...
Ouais, il est encore avec ses histoires de mort, lui. Poney, on a vu. Tourner par là. Ici, la maison. Ah, j'ai adoré hein, le 4, franchement. Il y a des sacrées scènes, notamment avec le 4x4 qui nous... Le 4x4 qui nous court, c'était vraiment épique. Hein. On peut le réchauffer.
It would only make everything wet. It would only make everything wet. I'd rather not.
Ça veut pas, est-ce qu'il y a un chemin par là, non? C'est bizarre. C'est vraiment bizarre. Ah, ça y est, je viens de comprendre. Je vais la détruire la tour. C'est un peu criminel ce que je m'apprête à faire. Hein. Le faire pour Tom, le faire pour maman. Ne pas le faire. On va le faire pour Tom, hein. C'est lui qui tient à la reconstruire.
Tom will get work. And we can stay here. Tom always talks about wanting to work on a cathedral.
Alors c'est absolument pas quelque chose que j'aurais fait de moi-même, ça. C'est d'ailleurs pour ça que j'y ai pas pensé. On va peut-être s'éloigner maintenant, hein. Après Accouchement Simulator, c'est Fire Department. Pour ceux qui connaissent, c'est un petit jeu de... Oh non, je suis couillon, je suis enfermé.
What?
Super, ah bah c'est malin ça. Ah bah bravo. Je vais réussir à me Ami mollet. Sors de là, Tio. Trop fort.
So much smoke.
Ouais.
It's too heavy. I can barely breathe. It's not enough.
Je vais éteindre le feu avec mon bol. Je suis courageux, hein.
I need air.
J'ai besoin d'air. Chaise.
Maybe upstairs I can breathe.
Peut-être qu'en haut je pourrais respirer.
I need to get out.
Je vais réussir à crever. Parce qu'il y a des monde. Bah non. Bah non, on va pas au feu, gamin. Oh là. C'est qui ça?
There's a breeze coming from the back.
Ouais. Ouais, là je fais quoi? Je saute. Trop dans le mur, yes. Wow. Attends, c'est cliffhanger. Hein. Je sais qui tu es. C'est qui lui?
By God and the devil!
Il a l'air un peu abîmé lui.
To punish me. I told them we must repent for what we did to you. To all of them. For my sins. Cast me into the lake of fire.
Ça va venir. Oh là là. Francis ou mon cher frère.
My dear brother, only 2 days have passed since you left our priory. Much has happened in these 2 days. Many desperate men, women, and children have found refuge here.
Tenir Francis pour responsable. Oh putain, j'adore les choix qu'on peut
faire. The Earl of Shiring was arrested. His castle taken by my bishop's allies. The people that we shelter were driven from that castle. Francis, I know this was not your fault, but I, myself, cannot but feel responsible for their fate.
On va dire qu'on a poussé le destin dans cette direction.
A couple has come to seek shelter at our priory. Remigius tells me the woman is a witch. Even if that is not true, they seem to live in sin.
Je vais leur permettre de rester, je vais les renvoyer. Ah, comme on joue les deux, on va peut-être être gentil. On va pas se compliquer nos affaires. Donner des nouvelles du bébé.
Milius and Cuthbert have taken it upon themselves to feed the baby. They called it Jonathan, the gift of God. Johnny Eightpence was right. He loves goat milk. A gift of God. And yet someone gave up on him.
On va pas dire que c'est le bâtisseur qui l'a abandonné, sinon je pense que là il va vraiment nous foutre dehors.
Not on us either, brother. Even if the hope for my own redemption is as small and frail as Jonathan is.
Ah oui, t'as mis notre lettre.
I pray that this letter finds you in good health. In consideration of my own, I ask that you not talk about our parents again. One must let these things rest.
Il entend pas qu'il y a le feu à côté. Pourtant il n'y a pas de fenêtre, sa petite bitoune là.
I heard from you that only 3 in Earl Robert's employ can read. One of them is my brother. Your brother, Philip.
Enfin, ça sent le brûlé. La fenêtre.
No, no, no! Get out of there!
What? What is that?
My God. Save yourselves! The saint! We must save the saint! Fire! The whole roof is in flames!
My God!
Don't go in there! Adolphus! The saint! We must save him! No! No! Don't go!
Ça brûle bien. Wow. Oh putain. Il y avait qu'une tour à rebâtir, là maintenant il y a tout à refaire. Bien. Bah, c'est du beau boulot. Hein.
I hadn't expected that a magnificent building like this could so utterly collapse. That the ignorant little boy that I had been could so easily turn it back into a pile of dirty stones. I knew then that I had done something wrong.
C'est clair,
no
hein.
one could ever find out.
Prior Philip, I had the site cleared. It should be safe now.
Good work. Thank you, Master Builder. This concludes a very long night then.
Many people left already. They asked me to thank you for your kindness. They're sorry for what happened.
Well, they should thank God for his mercy. No one got hurt, no one died. 45 monks and 11 novices, all accounted for. No one's missing.
No one?
Milius and Cuthbert even saved our
parce qu'il a vu quelqu'un là-haut.
Do you know what caused this?
C'est une punition divine. L'œuvre du diable. Quelqu'un a dû mettre le feu au toit. Ouais, on va peut-être... ouais, l'œuvre du diable.
It was the devil's work.
Or maybe it was God's will.
What makes you say that?
Oh, no one got hurt. The books were saved. Even the bones of your saint were unharmed. Maybe this happened for a reason.
What do you mean?
Here. Let me show you something.
Qu'est-ce qu'il veut montrer, lui?
Tell me, what do you see?
Une cathédrale qui a brûlé. L'aube.
I see dawn.
Right. Prior, I am deeply sorry about what happened to your church, but you must remain steadfast.
And stare at the sunrise?
No, you're only seeing the sunrise because you're facing east, straight east, like a church. Now, I know you have no money, and that helping people is more important, but we could start right here. Take the stones we've got, and the people who want to help.
So, what is it I am looking at, Tom Builder?
It's the aisle of your new cathedral.
I see it. I see now.
Alors, fin du chapitre 5. Qu'est-ce qu'on a fait de beau? Vous avez été favorable à l'accueil des réfugiés, bon ça c'est bien. Vous avez accepté d'enterrer Arnaldus quand il mourra. À cause de vous, les moines savent que Tom et Hélène ne sont pas mariés. Ouais, j'ai été franc. Même si Philippe a su la vérité sur Hélène, elle a pu rester à Kingsbridge. Vous avez mis le feu à la cathédrale pour Tom. Vous avez convaincu Philippe de reconstruire la cathédrale de Kingsbridge. Chapitre 6.
A few weeks later, I received an invitation from Bishop Waleran. In Winchester, we and Waleran's allies were to meet King Stephen himself. The bishop seemed assured that, because we had helped the king, Stephen would support us in return. And that with his help, we would be able to rebuild Kingsbridge Cathedral.
Percy Hamley.
Bishop Waleran. Good morning.
L'évêque, notre ami blondinet, la reine et le comte.
Again, thank you for your assistance in Kingsbridge, my son.
We have to thank you. Without you, we wouldn't be here today. Right, Mother?
Of course. Well, don't just stand there. Walk out with me, but very calmly. We can't let them see us.
Oh, children, pardon me.
Philippe.
Now we're only missing one more.
Here he is.
Good morning.
Bishop Henry, this is my prior.
Philip of Gwynedd, Prior of Kingsbridge, my Lord Bishop.
You won't have to say much today, Philip.
Leave the talking to us.
No, leave the talking to me. King Stephen is my brother, after all. Let us make haste. My brother is an early riser.
Ils sont très protocolaires. Hein.
We must make haste.
Roi des Anglais.
I want to go hunting in the New Forest. England is full of game. No comparison to Normandy. This country's still wild.
This is Waleran Bygod, the Bishop of Kingsbridge.
Waleran, I remember you. We've met before.
And Percy Hamley.
My king.
He brought Bartholomew to justice. And it's not the first time he's helped me. He has Norman blood in him. We should hunt together someday.
Indeed, sire.
Bartholomew, on the other hand, will not leave the jail alive.
Percy Hamley did not do it without help, my lord. It was I who told him of the plot against you.
And now you come to be rewarded as well. I see.
My brother, the Cathedral of Kingsbridge has burnt down. Waleran asks for a reward, not for himself. He asks for our church.
I take it your church cannot afford to rebuild that cathedral, Henry. Neither can the crown.
Super.
Or rather Bishop Waleran, had an idea. You could give the Earl of Shiring's lands to the Bishop of Kingsbridge to finance the rebuilding of the cathedral.
I like the idea. But Percy and his men were the ones who took Owl's Castle, not Bishop Waleran. Right, Percy?
Yes, my king.
He knows the area, and he will be a loyal Earl, will you not?
Of course, my king.
You ought to give thanks to God first. God made you king.
Don't go on like that, Henry. Don't do that. You know what happens when you do that.
Scène de ménage.
It was a long way to this throne. A long way.
Yes, my brother.
Now I will hunt.
My Lord King, I thank you for being willing to reconsider the future of the Shiring Earldom.
When shall we hear your decision? Tomorrow.
Après la partie de chasse.
Bring my bow. Tell the men we hunt. Philip, Wayland and I have much to discuss.
All right. But what can I do to help?
Well, my brother asked me to get a confession from the traitor Bartholomew. A confession would be helpful against those who believe Bartholomew's arrest was unjust, and it may help us to convince my brother to forget all about his promise to Percy Hamley.
Ok, sujet de discussion.
Ah, Philip,
what is it?
About Bartholomew's confession.
Maybe you can get him to confess.
I do not believe my prior can do more than you could, Henry.
Perhaps he knows he will die, no matter what he says.
Maintenant, faut savoir où est-ce qu'il est le pépère.
Please excuse me. Of course.
Donjon.
Bishop Henry said Bartholomew was in the jail. Where was that again?
Ah, exactement, où est-ce qu'il se trouve?
Percy Hamley will have the earldom of Shiring.
But would he make a good earl?
Who cares? Stephen wanted the throne for 20 years. Now that he has it, he must be loyal to those who are loyal to him.
Who knows? Maybe Percy will make a good earl.
From what I've heard, Lady Hamley pulls the strings.
Est-ce que je peux les embêter un peu?
Bishop Henry said Bartholomew was in the jail. Where was that again?
Je peux pas me le dire.
Bishop Henry said
C'est la même.
Bishop Henry said Bartholomew was in the jail. Where was that again?
On va voir ce qu'ils disent.
Bartholomew and his followers would have only been the first wave. Robert of Gloucester remains and he will attack.
And that's what you keep telling us. Maybe because the king likes to hear that you share his worries about Robert of Gloucester.
Robert of Gloucester wants to see his sister on the throne. He will attack. And the Welsh will fight on his side. You mark my words.
No, I won't just leave. I must do something to help our priory.
How could you let her get away? That little bitch.
Oh. I will find her, Mother. She was here? Why?
Ne la juge pas, tu ne la connais pas.
But that won't help her. She has already made a fool of you once. Don't let it happen again.
No, Mother.
C'est la maman du petit blondinet qui s'est fait rembarrer par la jeune et jolie princesse. Eh ben, lève-la, notre jolie.
Good day.
You come to visit someone in my jail, Father? Or do you want to pick out a nice warm cell for yourself?
Oh, on va arriver même tout en prison.
Oh, I'm just pulling your leg. See? A smile. Just for you, Father.
Fais-moi rentrer.
Bishop Henry sends me.
The bishop, eh? What does he want?
He wants me to talk to Bartholomew of Shiring.
Bartholomew of Shiring? Ah. It's only Bartholomew now.
Nice.
It's his 4th day without bread. Soon he won't even be Bartholomew anymore.
Changement d'ambiance.
Bartholomew. I am brother Philip.
Alors, sauriez-vous pardonner à ceux qui vous ont fait du tort? Je suis responsable de votre sort. On va peut-être pas commencer comme ça, hein.
Could you forgive those that wronged you?
Only God forgives. A monk should know that.
Votre complot en valait-il vraiment la peine? Pourquoi vous êtes-vous opposé au roi?
Your conspiracy. Was it really worth dying for?
Stephen sent you. Why would you side with the usurper?
Il m'a été demandé de vous recueillir votre confession. Si vous parlez, ils vous donneront peut-être à manger. Ah, c'est du chantage. On va plutôt la jouer comme ça.
They might bring you food.
You're not the first to offer me that.
Ah.
Why should I confess to you?
Ah, putain, il a tout compris. Je suis responsable de votre arrestation. Non, peut-être éviter, votre peuple a trouvé refuge dans mon prieuré. Ah, ça c'est pas mal.
Your people found refuge in my priory. Your confession will help me to give them work and shelter.
I have no sins to confess. My only regret is that I failed.
I will not tell the king that.
Ah, il va peut-être mieux éviter de lui dire.
They will kill you.
They have already done that. Monk, tell them that I confessed.
To what?
All of it.
Tout, ma trahison. Eh ben, c'est ça, sa confession impeccable.
The son shall not suffer for the iniquity of the father. Tell Stephen that as well.
You...
C'est parce qu'ils écoutent assidûment, c'est pour ça.
Richard and Aliane, my children, they must live.
Alors, Bartholomé s'est confessé, mais il a demandé à ce que ses enfants ne soient pas pourchassés. Je vais faire le messager entre l'évêque et lui.
And a good day to you too, father.
Ça m'arrange. On va aller voir Blondinette. Je peux pas lui parler.
Monk, it's about time you showed up.
Huh? Regan Hamley? We have not been formally introduced.
You are a fool.
Je suis un imbécile, rien que ça.
Is that formal enough for you, Monk?
T'es une vieille pie.
You don't understand any of this.
Arrêtez de m'appeler ainsi.
It's as if you've never set a single foot outside your little priory.
How can I help you, Lady Hamley?
How you let yourself be used by those two greedy bishops, I'll never know. Waileran wants the land to be earled for himself.
C'est donnant.
Henry knows that. Say something. You don't believe me, do you, Monk?
Why would Waileran bring me there?
To plead his case. If Stephen had not believed him, Waileran would have sent you forward. I know you don't trust me.
Des preuves. Ça peut toujours être intéressant.
Prove any of this?
Ride with my son, William. Just a few hours. I will prove to you that Waileran will betray you.
All right. I will ride with your son, if only to prove you wrong.
Very well. Maybe you're not a fool, after all.
Ah.
But do not let the bishop see you. William?
What?
Ride with Father Philip. Do as I said.
William Hamley declined to tell me where we were heading. He enjoyed keeping me in the dark and forcing me to follow his lead. Sometimes he sped ahead on his war horse, and it took me some effort to catch up. But sooner or later he would stop and wait, sneering as I rejoined him. On one occasion he stood there urinating against a rock. When I caught up with him, he turned without covering himself. He found my shock at his shameful behavior comical. He laughed, got back into the saddle, spurred his horse and rode off. Again I followed, hoping this journey had not been another horrible mistake.
C'est exhibitionniste, le pépère.
Near a bridge, I found William with a group of washerwomen. He was shouting at them. When I arrived, I could only hear their replies. They said that they had not seen a girl or a boy fitting his description. A younger, blonde woman said that even if she had seen the girl, she would not tell him. Apparently, she had heard of William Hamley.
C'est marrant parce que j'ai pas pu aller voir l'évêque pour lui dire que j'avais une partie de confession. Sous sa jupe. C'est un obsédé. Faut lui casser sa gueule à ce coup.
When he heard my words, William's grin faded. He pushed the young woman away. The other women looked at me in a strange way.
Tu m'étonnes pourquoi il y a un moine avec un
obsédé. Monk would ride with such a man as William. We rode off. William stared at me.
Elles vont croire que je suis un... que je regarde. Je suis un voyeur.
I did not tell him why, because I had no words for it.
Très fort.
We did not talk after that. Not for a long time.
Tu m'étonnes.
William talked to more strangers along the way. First, I believed he was asking for directions. Then I realized that money was changing hands. William was paying these people for information. I was glad that for now he had lost interest in hurting others. Then I saw an old woman pointing William to a bearded man on a horse. William called the man a horse thief. Then he grinned and signaled the puzzled man to get on his horse and ride with him. They rode faster and faster, and I could not hear what more they talked about. I could not hear much. It seemed the man had agreed on a deal with William. He received a handful of coins, and before he rode off north, I believed I heard the two mention a name, Aliena. And I prayed that whatever William's plan was, that it would fail. Then William waved at me to ride faster. I reckoned we had to be close to where Lady Hamley wanted us to go. Not long after, my stomach turned as I realized just where exactly we were bound.
L'évêque.
Just a moment.
What?
You know very well that Bishop Waleran is in Winchester now. So what are we doing here?
No idea. Mother never tells me anything. She treats me and Father like damn children. It's a wonder Father ever got to fuck her in the first place. But here I am, and I'm starving. Damn, I'm starving.
Donc là en fait on est chez l'évêque, mais l'évêque n'est pas là. Donc finalement on sait pas trop pourquoi on est là. Qu'est-ce qui manigance?
How can I help you? How about you step aside?
Oh putain. Pourquoi Argamne nous a-t-il envoyé ici? Quel est le secret de Waleran? Alors, est-ce qu'on a des trucs à prendre ici? Non, pas rien. Cheval, notre ami le poney. Je devrais pas être ici. Ouais, je suis d'accord, mais... Salut Cyberman. Tac tac tac. Portail. Poney, ouais, y a pas grand chose à faire.
What are we doing here? What am I asking you for? You just did what you were told.
C'est sûr que c'est pas le poney qui va répondre.
William forgot to close his saddlebag.
Ah. Examiner la lettre, ça peut être intéressant. Alors qu'est-ce que ça nous dit? Lettre datée de janvier 1136. William, vos inquiétudes sont parfaitement compréhensibles. Tu es un péché et l'enfer attend tous les pécheurs. Comment tuer pourrait-il être un péché lorsqu'une vie est enlevée afin de protéger Dieu et notre Église? Dans le cadre d'une si sainte bataille, vous devenez le glaive de Dieu, tout comme tous les braves et vaillants chevaliers qui se joignent à nos croisades en terre sacrée. Leur foi et leur armure, leurs péchés sont pardonnés. Vous êtes le glaive de Dieu en tant qu'évêque, je suis la main de Dieu tant que la main qui guidera l'épée, vos péchés seront pardonnés, évêque. Je crois qu'il y a plus de 36 000 interactions, il y a le portail. T'es lapin. Ah, c'est quoi, c'est la cathédrale qui se reconstruit? Non, il n'est pas si près. C'est son propre chantier de construction. Ça nous en fait des sujets. Chemin. Vérifier qu'il n'y a rien d'autre. Tac, tac. On va revenir sur nos pas. Ah, je sais plus s'il était là-haut. Juste la porte fermée. On va voir.
You, please.
Qu'est-ce qu'il y a l'autre? Il essaie de te tripoter.
You were here before, weren't you? Yes.
Ouais.
I remember you. Philip, isn't it?
Yes.
Please, you have to help me.
Qu'est-ce que c'est que ça?
What happened?
He forced me to serve him food.
Il a bouffé comme un porc.
The Lord's name in vain, and he pushed me and touched me.
Il m'a touché de manière inappropriée. Oh, putain, mais c'est vrai en plus. Je disais ça en déconnant, moi.
Ah, the monk.
Putain, mais il a vraiment un pet au casque, hein.
Did the boy call you? So what? Did he ask you for help? Did he come?
He didn't have to say anything. I knew you would get us in trouble.
Trouble? Me? We're young men,
Il y a un
he and I,
couteau
and I play
derrière.
rough. So what?
I asked you to leave.
And that is what we will do. What will the bishop think of your behavior?
Listen, we're all on the same side here.
Je crois pas, non.
You, me, him, we're all working for the bishop. He won't mind.
Ça le dérangera pas, bah ouais.
Rough. So what?
Coup de clé à molette.
We are all men of God. Well, I'm a man. I don't know what you call yours.
You are a sinner.
So what? Everyone is. The bishop told me. But my sins are forgiven.
Why would you think that?
I took Earl's castle for him.
Your parents agreed to arrest Bartholomew because they wanted his earldom.
Who cares what they think? I felled Bartholomew's men with my sword. The old man was begging me for his life. On his knees, he begged me. I did it for the bishop. But hey, I'm sure you did great things for him as well. You think my father took Earl's castle?
Faut quand même lui dire qu'il fait pitié.
I pity you.
Again? You dare to say that again? You pity me. I pity you. You're not a man. Neither of you are.
We are men of God.
A man kills, and a man fucks. And no one talks down to me. No one! I know you saw me and that whore at the river. I would have fucked that woman if it hadn't been for you.
And what would that have achieved?
she'd have learnt her lesson. And don't you think I noticed how you spied on me and that horse thief? I should kill you for that. I should. Let me tell you, I will fuck Bartholomew's whore of a daughter. I will fuck her good.
Oh.
I'm a man.
Ça devient hardcore là. Hein.
Fuck the boy if that was the only way to put him.
Ah ouais ouais. Même ce gamin quoi? Alors, vous n'êtes pas un homme, vous êtes une bête. Dieu lui-même ne pourrait pardonner ses péchés. Je vais lui faire la version un peu moins sacrée. C'est pas un homme, c'est une bête.
Oh, I am a man. But yes, there is a beast in me. It hunts and kills like no other. I unleashed it for the bishop, and my sins are forgiven.
Not even God would forgive those sins.
Of course you would. He already did. The bishop told me.
Then the bishop is wrong.
Hey, we're on the same side here.
Je crois pas.
Now, we will stay here a while longer, as I've not finished eating. Shit.
Couteau planté dans la table. Putain, j'ai envie tout de suite de l'utiliser. William a planté le couteau. Putain, j'ai envie de rien faire d'autre et tout de suite le zigouiller, cette espèce de bâtard.
If the bishop finds out about this, he will not be pleased.
Tasse renversée. J'en profite pour remplir mon sac à dos. Dire à William de regarder les flancs. Je vais le foutre au feu.
And if anyone's name was not found written in the book of life, he was thrown into the lake of fire.
What's that?
It's from the scripture. The end of days.
The second death of the sinners.
J'ai peur que de l'attaquer directement au couteau, il se défende. Alors qu'avec le feu, je sais pas, on va voir.
What?
I can't see him.
Allez, viens voir.
Me neither.
Approche-toi.
What's he supposed to look like?
Our bishop thinks the devil watches us.
No. You can see the sit.
Ouais, ça fait la même. Non, je prends.
I don't see it. Of course.
Qu'est-ce que je peux faire
I better put it back and tidy up the table.
Je devrais le reposer. Bah non, j'ai pas envie.
Make him go. I want him to leave. Now.
M'étonne.
We should leave.
I'm not done here yet. We stay.
Qu'est-ce que je peux faire pour discuter de ça avec lui?
Tell me, what is being built out there?
What?
A substantial construction is underway, it seems.
Yes, but...
What is it?
A castle. The bishop is building a castle.
A castle? Why a castle?
À la guerre.
It is not for me to ask or question the bishop.
Of course.
And I doubt it's for you to question him either.
C'est énervé, je suis là pour lui. Et ça on peut faire. Il veut pas. On peut le foutre dans la tronche, non? Non. Il veut pas. Est-ce que ça peut marcher?
Has Bishop Wayleran ever shown you the scripture?
He told me of it. What do you think?
Est-ce qu'il est au courant?
What Wayleran and Henry tried to do. I doubt anyone would even be surprised. What a fool I was.
No, I should...
The bishop will rep. I know he will.
Ugh.
Est-ce qu'il y a quelque chose à faire par là? Non, c'est marrant.
I have to fix this.
Ce qui est marrant, c'est qu'il me dit que je dois nettoyer la table, mais je peux rien faire d'autre. Si je fais ça. Ah, où je remets tout propre.
Better.
Je veux pas reposer le couteau. Planté dans le cou. Ah, tout est en ordre.
Attends,
Ah, je peux plus le reprendre, dommage. Bon, allez, on se casse.
I think you have overstayed your welcome.
So what? What are you going to do? Tell him to leave.
Bon, ah, montrer la sculpture de Pierre William.
Blazing furnace, where there will be weeping and gnashing of teeth.
What?
Hell. It is a depiction of hell. I told you of heaven and hell once before. Do you remember?
Of course. The bishop said the relief intimidates even his most impious visitors. They all fear death. I'm not afraid to die. Do not fear those who kill the body. Rather fear him who can destroy both soul and body in hell.
Ah.
Who's he?
The devil. A fallen angel.
Ange déchu, Max Payne.
The cowardly, the unbelieving, the vile, the murderers, the sexually immoral, those who practice magic arts, the idolaters and all liars. Their souls are the devil's. They will all go to hell. Stop it! Hell is far away. I'm not afraid.
Il est pas si loin que toi l'enfer. Est-ce qu'il y a d'autres choses que je peux...
I have to get him out of here.
Truc de fou, hein, comment il s'entête à rester. Là.
No, I will leave it here.
Ah. No.
I can't let anyone know what Wayleran and Henry tried to do. I doubt anyone would even...
Le livre... Je crois que je l'ai utilisé avec le blondinet, peut-être pas avec lui.
By your side, so am I.
Oh.
It looks so alive. Perhaps the artist has actually seen the devil.
Are you afraid? It's just stone. Hell is far away.
Je crois que c'est la même interaction qu'il y a eu. Hein. Ça n'a pas apporté quelque chose de nouveau.
Come on, let's go.
Oh, je vois pas où est-ce qu'il y a une autre interaction. Hein. Sur Willy. Tout à l'heure je l'ai fait, alors je sais pas si ça va débloquer quelque chose. Non, 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 il veut pas. Je vais sauver Willy. Bravo lapin.
I looks better now. We should get going.
C'est plus feu, hein. C'est de fou, hein. Je dois passer à côté de... Ici, hein. Table, couteau, assiette. Putain, pourtant la zone elle est pas grande, hein.
What kind of a man would behave like that?
On va faire le coup de la barre espace, les bugs. J'y pense pas forcément, mais logiquement on devrait... Passe la table, assiette. Le feu. Il y a quoi? Une interaction? Ouais, je l'ai fait, le lapin. C'est dingue, hein. Voilà, après c'est une combinaison de... Putain, je l'ai fait avec lui.
Anyone know what Wayleran and Henry tried to do? I doubt anyone would even be surprised. What a fool I was. I can't let anyone. I doubt it.
C'est pas possible, il y a un bug, hein. Table, couteau. C'est marrant, là il y a deux... Non, c'est la tasse.
It looks better now. It looks better now. We should get going.
Tu cliques partout.
It looks better now. For some, hell is not that far away.
Ah, c'était le livre et le feu qu'il fallait faire.
What is it?
Il est en train de se chier dessus.
Winchester. Now. What happened?
Siégé dessus.
Maybe he saw things to come.
Good. Now you leave as well. That man, William, had no idea why you two came here, had he? You came here to spy on the bishop. You brought this man here.
Ah bah, il est sympa, je l'ai sauvé.
Leave.
Prochain coup, je le laisserai se faire tripoter. Il changera peut-être d'opinion sur moi, c'est moi qui l'ai sauvé. Bon, voilà, votre fils, il a des tendances sexuelles un peu particulières.
He seemed more excited after talking to your bishop, though. Then again, we know Wayleran is good with words. Don't we, my husband?
Of course, yes.
Speaking of Wayleran, what did you find, monk?
On va pas être trop... Moi j'aurais dit que son fils, il était...
I'm not sure.
You must have seen it.
Particulier.
Are you that blind? Bishop Wayleran Bygod is building a castle, and he used up every stone and every tree on his own lands. He claims he wants Bartholomew's land for your cathedral. But what Wayleran wants is a castle.
C'est un malin.
Not long ago, you doubted my word. Do you still doubt me now, Father?
What do you want from me?
As Prior of Kingsbridge, you will agree that my husband shall have the whole earldom of Shiring.
And why would I do you a favour like that?
Because we will support the rebuilding of your cathedral with our stones and our timber.
The king can live up to all of his promises, and Wayleran gets nothing.
That is our offer. What do you say?
Ça c'est compliqué, hein. Ce qui me gêne beaucoup, c'est son fils, en fait. Marchander avec elle, ça me déplairait pas trop, mais c'est son putain de fils qui me ressort par les yeux. Donc on va refuser.
No, we have no deal.
Exactement. Parce que vous avez besoin de moi, votre offre n'est pas. Vous avez besoin de moi. Ah ah ah.
You need me. The king still considers giving all the lands of the earldom to Wayleran to rebuild our cathedral. You need this deal with me just as much as I do.
This is...
Ah ah. Ça c'est mon côté négociateur du souhait.
What are your terms, father?
Diviser le comté. Peut-être couper la poire en deux quand même.
What is more valuable, arable land or forest?
Arable land, of course.
Then you shall have the arable and I'll have the forest.
I need the forest to hunt. An earl must have his hunting grounds.
You can hunt there. I just want the timber for my cathedral. Which do you want, the cattle pastures or the sheep grazings?
The pasture.
Then I'll have the hill farms with their sheep. Would you like the income from markets or the quarry?
Suppose we said the quarry.
You won't though, will you?
No. We'll take the markets. You can have the stones.
It is agreed then?
We have a pact.
Deal.
My husband will let the king know about
Ah, succès négociateur.
Bishop Wayleran will be quite surprised. You will see his true face when he does not get what he wants.
Bon, on va aller retourner voir l'évêque. Je pense que lui s'en fout. Merde, par où je suis venu? Par là. Alors, c'est le moment de faire notre rapport. Alors, ici provoquer en mentionnant le château, quitter le château et revenir le lendemain.
He confessed to everything, but he asks for clemency for his children.
Good. I will let my brother know what we have achieved today once he returns from the hunt.
Good, Philip. You did well.
Tiens, on va le provoquer un peu, je suis joueur.
Would you not rather build a castle, my bishop?
What?
A castle like this. Do you not find this place remarkable? Winchester Castle.
Of course. It is.
Ah, les enfants.
About Bartholomew's children.
My brother was never one to judge a man by the deeds of his father. Still, I shall mention Bartholomew's request to him.
Allez, on va revenir le lendemain après la chasse.
Come back tomorrow.
Yes, there is not much a monk can do here.
Yes, your bishop and I will do what we can to help your priory.
My loyal subject, Percy Hamley, today becomes the Earl of Sharing. Of the former Earl's possessions, Percy shall have the castle. And all the land that is tenanted to knights, plus all other arable land and low-lying pasture.
I swear by all that is holy to be your liegeman, and to fight for you against any other.
My king...
Ah, yes. Of course, I have not forgotten the worries of my bishops. The Earl of Sharing himself, Percy here, solved this problem for me. Thanks to him, I can uphold my promise. Don't worry, Bishop Wayleran. Kingsbridge shall be rebuilt. Percy told me of a man here whom my brother has not yet introduced. Come forward, Prior.
My brother, may I present to you Philip of Gwynedd?
My king.
You seem afraid. What are you worried about?
Je suis un peu devant le roi. Alors, à propos de la cathédrale, en robe sale, s'inquiéter à propos de revenir.
I'm worried about my priory and the cathedral.
I heard about the fire. How are you managing?
On the day of the fire, God sent us a builder, but we cannot pay him.
Don't worry, you can. Now, about the arrangement between you and Percy Hamley. He insisted that I give the sheep grazings belonging to the former Earl to the Priory of Kingsbridge. The Priory will also have the right to take stone from the Earl's quarry and timber from his forest. I wholeheartedly agree with the plan you two have devised. It shall be done.
Thank you.
Thank you, my lord.
Avec notre petit accord
It seems unnecessarily
entériné.
complicated to give the land to the bishop. Percy told me that you, Father Philip, share that sentiment. He told me it was your idea to take up the burden of managing the rebuilding of the cathedral yourself.
Wonderful.
C'était pas
I'm
prévu
glad
ça.
that we all were able to help you, Bishop Waleran, in this pressing matter. After all you have done for me.
Thank you, Lord King.
Bartholomew lost everything in his attempt to end my reign. This morning he was found dead in his cell.
Oh là.
I've heard that you, Prior, worry for his children, Richard and Aliena.
Il est mort de faim ou on l'a tué?
While they shall lose their status, their name, and their land, they shall go free, wherever they are.
You must be very proud, Lady Hamley.
Of course. Father Philip has been very understanding in all this.
Yes, he is remarkable. Very remarkable.
My husband and I were terrified when we heard about the fire in Kingsbridge. It is a blessing
Beau cinéma, elle.
him and his priory now.
You sowed the wind, Philip.
Traduction, t'as foutu la merde. Alors, fin du 6e chapitre. Vous avez été voir Bartholomew dans Bartholomé dans sa cellule. Vous avez chevauché avec William et découvert le secret de Waleran. Le serviteur de l'évêque Waleran a eu des soupçons à votre rencontre. Vous avez conclu un accord très lucratif avec les Hamley et l'évêque Waleran pense que vous l'avez trahi. Ouais, enfin qui trahit qui dans cette histoire? Et on va attaquer le 7e et dernier chapitre, chapitre 7. Quelques semaines plus tard.
Is everyone ready? Yes, everyone will be there.
I don't see why I have to come.
Listen, I know you were the one who stole the keys. Philip knows that as well, but he never told anyone, not even Remigius. We believe you can do better. You will do better. The least you can do now is show respect for our prior. Is that understood, Brother Marcus?
Yes.
What was that?
Yes, of course.
Et ça, le respect. Non, non.
But how are we to pray and contemplate like this? I don't dare even to send my choir out there.
We shall get used to it, all of us.
We must be thankful for all of this, for each noise, each face that disturbs us here.
We shall start with the chancel, then gradually work our way from east to west. That's the way it's done, the way I was taught to do it.
I value your enthusiasm, my dear Mason, but so far we're only cleaning up. I haven't even considered hiring a master builder yet, neither you nor anyone else.
May I show you some drawings?
By all means.
Ah ouais, plan de sol.
When we walk around the site, we mark where the walls will be, the pillars, the doors and buttresses. Now for that we need a plan like this, to tell us where to place our pegs and strength.
Is this how birds would see our church?
Exactly. The nave is on the left. It has 6 bays.
And the chancel?
The chancel will have 4 bays.
I can see the transept is 2 bays wide, so it will be 12 in total. It does look splendid, but isn't that rather small?
Well, can you afford to build it bigger?
I have trouble affording it at all. The king grants us timber and stone and wool from Shiring's pastures. But only God knows if it will be enough. I don't suppose you have any idea how much this would cost.
On va être optimiste.
I know exactly how much this would cost. It would be no more than £3,000.
I've spent the last few weeks working out the annual income of the Priory. Here's the answer. £300 a year. And we spend every penny. Go on now, show me the rest of your drawing.
Plan de coupe.
If you were facing the cathedral with the front wall torn down, you would see it like this.
Interesting. What's that coming out from above the entrance?
The nave will be about 32 feet high and will appear even higher.
Drawing the eye heavenward with its loftiness.
Well said. A chamber worthy of God.
I always wondered how walls this high could hold up so well.
You recognise the aisles?
Of course. I've been in quite a few churches in my time.
Did you know then that their purpose is to support the nave?
Fascinating. I must say, you do know your craft, Master Builder.
That's the tower, of course.
I thought so, but why is it right above the nave? Shouldn't it be closer to the transept?
Oh, don't be fooled. The tower is, of course, farther back, but one can't show depth in a drawing.
Ah, of course. How high will it be?
2 fois plus haute que le reste, 1 fois et demie la taille.
How high would you like it to be?
Oh, I am not looking for another Tower of Babel. Just for something modest, yet awe-inspiring. What about the other drawings?
Imagine you're standing in the centre of the nave, looking at the wall. This is what you see.
Are those windows?
Right, but that's not all. On top are the clear-story windows.
Ouais, je sais pas, là je pense pour l'instant on parcourt sur tout le plan.
Starting right in the middle is the Tribune Gallery. Shall I go on?
Yes, yes, of course. I was just thinking. Keep going.
On the lowest level are the pillars of the arcade. They're joined by arches making up the bays. Through the archways you can see the windows in the aisle.
I can see you've put a lot of thought into this. I was just wondering, how long would this take to build? You can take your time with that answer.
15 ans. De 8 à 10 ans avec 60 maçons.
Well, that depends
plutôt
on
le
how
faire
many
sur la
people you
durée.
employ. If you hire 30 masons with enough labourers, apprentices, carpenters and smiths, they will be done in 15 years.
I wish my monastic officials had your ability to think ahead and calculate. So, I need to find £200 a year. It doesn't sound so bad when you put it that way. You really want to build this cathedral yourself, don't you?
Yes, Father. I want you to appoint me Master Builder.
Why?
Est-ce que j'ai déjà vu du mauvais travail parce que ce sera beau, parce que ça donne un sens à la vie d'un homme, parce que ce sera beau. On va rester là-dessus.
Because he wants to teach people all.
Is that so? Then answer me this one last question. If people were to enter your church, what image would they see crowning the tympanum above the entrance? One of Judgment Day to teach people to be good? Or one of Paradise to remind them of God's mercy?
Show them hell, so that they're afraid to do bad things.
I'd rather see trees and animals.
Le rappeler. Rester dans le positif.
It should be the promise of a better life. Therefore, it will show heaven.
Yes.
Piliers, is there news of my brother?
No, unfortunately not. No one has seen or heard from him since the Bishop and Percy Hamley were here.
Papa, will there be statues inside?
Statues?
Oh, that's enough, children. It's time you went out and played. Prior.
Yes?
My first wife, Agnes. She died without a priest, and she's buried in unconsecrated ground. Sometimes a man builds a chapel, or founds a monastery, in the hope that in the afterlife God will remember his piety. I just wonder, do you think my design might serve to protect Agnes's soul?
God no longer asks for blood sacrifices, for the ultimate sacrifice has already been made. But the lesson of Abraham's story is that God demands the best we have to offer, that which is most precious to us. So you must ask yourself, is this design the best thing you could offer?
Except for my children. Yes.
Then rest easy, Tom Builder. God will accept it.
Travail, qu'est-ce que ça dit? Alors, moi, Philippe de Guinène, en représentation du prieuré de Kingsbridge, nomme par la présente Tom Bâtisseur en tant que maître bâtisseur de la construction de la cathédrale de Kingsbridge. Le prieuré fournira 200 livres par an, qui devront être intégralement utilisés pour les matériaux des ouvriers. Le rythme de construction sera ajusté en fonction de leur respect de plan approuvé par le prieur. En échange pour son travail, Tom Bâtisseur et sa famille recevront une maison privée ainsi que le droit de partager tous les repas communs du prieuré. Ce contrat est sujet à modification en fonction des finances du prieuré, tout en offrant des perspectives de versement de sommes complémentaires visant à compenser le travail du maître bâtisseur. Sur les fondations, alors où est-ce qu'on est, nous? Puis surtout, qui on est? On est le gamin. Moins désagréable. On va pas lui parler. Notre merde.
Jack, do me a favor and give Paul these herbs, will you?
But he's a monk. You don't like monks.
Well, it turns out not all of them are bad. Still, be careful before you trust any one of them.
Well, your son already trusted me. Oh yes, I know that the builder is not his father, and I also know about you. It won't be long till they throw you out of Kingsbridge. Which...
Quel enfoiré, lui.
There he is!
Le bâtisseur.
Give our prior the welcome he deserves!
Oh, you know, I am only following God's will.
Prepare to raise the bell. Make the prior proud.
Well, thank you.
Je suis une méga star.
Go on, Jack. Don't forget about Paul's herbs.
What do you want?
Le grand dadé.
I want to help.
Too bad. There's nothing you can do. I don't get why Tom likes you, you useless little turd.
Oh,
for all I know, you were behind that fire.
Ah, là, là-dessus par contre, il est pas couillon.
What? What is it?
Je pourrais te faire brûler. Ouais, non, on va l'ignorer parce que je vais dire une connerie. Tac. On va discuter avec eux. Ah, Paul. Pouvoir lui donner les herbes.
Oh, good day, boy. If you see your mother, tell her the pain's gotten worse. I think I might take her up on our offer now. Oh, don't you ever get as old as I am, boy. 'Tis not natural.
This is from my mother.
Paul.
Oh, bless her. Boy, whatever Remedius says, your mother is a saint. Oh, is that the bell? Can you see it from here? A bell without a cathedral. Your father certainly had strange ideas.
It might be. What's a bell?
Excuse me.
Qu'est-ce qu'elle fait avec ça, elle? C'est de la laine.
You. I remember you. You're the boy with no father.
Actually, I have two fathers now.
Is that so?
Yes. Tom Builder and Jack Sherbub.
I thought you weren't the builder's son.
Well, I am now.
L'adopté.
I have to say, Prior Philip told me there would be a lot of sheep here. I can see he wasn't exaggerating.
You know Philip too?
I do. He's the reason I'm here. Is he around?
Et il sort de la forêt, lapin. Faut suivre hein, l'histoire.
Don't worry. You probably won't have to look for him for long.
All right. Thank you.
Par contre, je me demande pourquoi c'est elle qui trimballe ça. Elle a été rétrogradée. Alors, qui c'est ça? On dirait le blondinet.
Shall we go after them?
No. Now we know where we can find them.
Ha! Oh!
Et avec...
My bishop, William Hamley, has returned to see you.
Send him in, Timothy. We have much to discuss.
Ils vont toucher Timothée tous les deux. Alors, fin du 7e et dernier chapitre. Alors, vous avez donné une estimation optimiste des coûts de construction. Vous avez choisi le paradis pour le tympan de la cathédrale. Vous n'avez pas eu de nouvelles de Francis depuis un moment. Dame Aliena, pourquoi veut-elle parler à Philippe? L'évêque Waleran a commencé à manigancer contre Kingsbridge. Ça ne nous étonne pas, c'est un enfoiré. Et on a terminé le premier livre. Alors est-ce qu'on va avoir droit à une petite ouverture sur...
Next time on the Pillars of the Earth.
Eh ben impeccable.
Find out what happened to me and my brother Richard after the siege of our father's castle. What will the future hold in store for Kingsbridge? The Pillars of the Earth. Sowing the wind.
Et on a déverrouillé le succès correspondant au premier livre. Donc je le rappelle, pour ceux qui aiment la bande son, vous pouvez la trouver sur ma chaîne. Il y a plus d'une quarantaine de pistes pour 1 heure de musique. Oui, le live va se terminer là-dessus. Merci la 7. Alors je vais en profiter pour un petit peu parler de ce qui va arriver cette semaine. Donc j'en ai parlé tout à l'heure. Il va y avoir le Uncharted qui va sortir mercredi. Je crois qu'il va y avoir également les Gardiens de l'espace qui vont avoir leur 3e épisode. Alors je sais pas encore quand est-ce que je vais le faire parce que ça va... Je crois que c'est le mardi que ça sort. Donc ça sera peut-être un live mardi, par contre je sais pas encore à quelle heure, le temps de... Tout va dépendre quand est-ce que tel va sortir, enfin va permettre le téléchargement de son dernier épisode. Bah non, lapin, c'est en 3 livres, donc la fin sera à la fin du 3e livre. Ça fait un petit peu comme les aventures de tel, sauf que l'épisode est beaucoup plus long. Il y en a que 3 au lieu de 5 et chaque épisode est plus long. Désolé lapin. Donc également, je pense, dès lundi, vous proposer la suite de notre tueur à gages russe. Donc pas mal de futures vidéos à prévoir. Thilo Alperman, je connaissais pas du tout, en tout cas il fait du très beau travail pour tout ce qui est musique. Effectivement, merci à tous, bonne soirée. J'ai dit les gardiens de l'espace, je sais plus, hein, c'est les gardiens de la galaxie, ouais. Il y a tellement de noms bizarres dans les jeux que je finis par tout mélanger, il faut m'en excuser. Merci la 7, bonne soirée à toi également. Bon jeu, bon sur Gentil parce que je sais que vous y jouez beaucoup. Salut Bugs, bonne soirée. Ghost Recon Warrior. Trop fort, lapin. Salut à 7, à la prochaine. Ah ouais, ils font des sacrés crédits. Je le laisse parce que j'aime bien la musique. C'est rare hein, que je laisse dans un jeu la musique. Soit je le coupe parce que j'ai peur qu'il y ait un copyright, soit je veux... Je sais pas à quoi correspondent toutes ces marques. Hein. C'est des logiciels. Merci d'avoir joué. Allez, c'est la fin. Salut à tous.